Lookman was not charged with sharing secrets with the Chinese government, but for lying about research grants he received under the Chinese program. The Thousand Talents Plan has become a contentious issue between the US and China owing to its focus on cutting-edge, often dual-use research. Los Alamos Labs, part of the Department of Energy, was where the atom bomb was developed and continues to host ongoing sensitive research on nuclear technology and other areas of national security, making it a prime target for infiltration. The Department of Justice takes all instances of lying to federal officials seriously. It is especially important to do so when an individual lies about his involvement with a program established by the Chinese government to recruit people with access to and knowledge of foreign technology and intellectual property, said John Demers, Assistant Attorney General for National Security in a statement emailed to NewsPulse News. The department's China initiative is squarely focused on protecting America's economic security against China's continued malfeasance. All businesses, academic and research institutions must be on the lookout for individuals in their organizations with divided loyalties, whether due to their participation in the Thousand Talents program or otherwise, he continued. Paul Linenberger, Lookman's attorney from Rothstein Donatelli LLP in Santa Fe, told NewsPulse News that Dr. Lookman entered a plea of not guilty and we fully intend to mount a vigorous defense. According to online records, Lookman, who specializes in theoretical physics and the discovery of new materials, has been publishing research with co-authors in China at Zhejiang University since at least 2012. Several of Lookman's co-authors from Zhejiang, according to their LinkedIn profiles, are now employed as visiting scholars at Los Alamos Laboratory. While previously the Thousand Talents program was understood as being aimed at luring Chinese researchers abroad back home, it has also in recent years supported many non-Chinese scholars in an effort to recruit the world's best scientific talent and facilitate global knowledge transfers. Lookman, who has a PhD from King's College, University of London, was born in India. In the last 6 months, Chinese authorities have scrubbed many references or pieces of public information about the Thousand Talents program from the internet amid tensions with the US over trade and national security, but researchers have managed to preserve most pages and keep ongoing dossiers of employed scientists, many at Los Alamos or other US labs, according to lists shared with NewsPulse News. The Department of Energy's world-class national laboratories have a unique ability to link leaders in America's scientific and academic communities with the best minds around the world to foster innovation and better understand the world around us, wrote Department of Energy authors in an internal compliance note. Unfortunately, some foreign government-sponsored talent recruitment programs have taken advantage of America's openness to collaboration to infiltrate our labs, steal our technology and use our own resources against us. Experts in Chinese espionage tell NewsPulse News the indictment, and the pressure campaign from the Department of Justice, is a long time coming. This is the U.S. counterintelligence community kicking into gear, said Peter Mattis, a research fellow in China Studies at the Victims of Communism Memorial Foundation and a former intelligence officer focused on China. In this case, the effort is to cut off China's almost unrestricted access to U.S. labs. I think he is a warning shot to others, Mulvinon continued. As the Chinese would say, kill the chicken to scare the rooster. Regardless of whether DOJ manages to tie Lookman to a broader Chinese campaign to infiltrate U.S. labs and gather sensitive information, his ongoing case should provoke discussion about academic cooperation with China, says Matt Schrader, a China analyst at the German Marshall Fund's Alliance for Securing Democracy, a bipartisan think tank focused on countering outside attempts to subvert democratic norms. China now has a lot to offer American scientists wanting to do cutting-edge research, which can put them in positions where they might be harming both their careers and U.S. national security, he wrote in a message to NewsPulse News. The research and national security communities in the United States really need to be having a better conversation over what kind of collaboration with China is acceptable.